my own food at a fraction of the cost. This is why we have decided to do a budgeting seminar so that we can teach you to become better at money management and to try to help relieve the stresses of not knowing if you can pay your rent next month. With that being said, our goal is that we can teach you a few things about budgeting, give you a few tips on how to start a budget, and ultimately get you to start thinking about a few ways that you could cut back on the things that you're spending your money on and better ways that that money could be spent. And now over to Caden to list out the pros and cons for budgeting.
Yeah, so the pros and cons for budgeting. So one of them is it gives you control over your money. So basically, when you make a budget, it shows you what expenses that you have, and you can put your money into whatever you need to as long as your main expenses are paid for. So once like your rent, your car payment, all that stuff, it lets you know how much money basically you have left. Another pro, it keeps you on top of your spending. So since you have all your needs planned out, it is easy to know where your money is going, and it lets you know if you need to change any of your spending habits. It can help you to save for unexpected costs. So when making a budget, it lets you know how much money goes into what. So some of the extra money, like in case your car breaks down, or in this case, the pandemic, there's a lot of unexpected costs and unexpected things that happen. So if you make a budget, you know how much money you have if you need to save yourself or something. It can show you where your money issues might come from. So going back to staying on top of your spending, if you're having trouble keeping track of where your money is going, you just look at how much of your paycheck is going to what, and it can see what expense is doing the most damage. Now some cons. It is rigid decision making. So having a budget can put you on a strict spending habit with very little flexibility. It's good if you're trying to save money, but if you're trying to like buy clothes or go out with friends, you might not have that much. It depends on your paycheck. And budgets take time and energy. So if you have a busy lifestyle and have a job and school and working with friends, you can forget some things, and it could be easy to make mistakes in your spending. It's not a huge problem, but it can get in the way if not taken care of. And yeah. Caroline.
Some pointers we had for budgeting is definitely one thing you want to include in your budget is your fixed expenses. And these are the expenses you have that really can't be changed, like bills or your rent or car payments. And then another thing you need to include in a budget is your discretionary income. It's your income that remains like the income that is left after taxes and all your bills once they've been paid. So basically, like what you have left to spend on, like kind of anything other than bills and groceries and taxes. And then a zero-based budgeting is the practice of budgeting every dollar of income received. And then you definitely want to have a rainy day saving fund, which is like when you set aside emergency money, like for when your car breaks down, or like if something unexpected comes up and you have to get a repair done to your house or your car, or like you have to go to the hospital or something. So you definitely want to have some savings saved up for that. Another thing that can help you figure out how to budget and like where to save money is to have an envelope budgeting system. And this is when you have cash taken out and divided into envelopes for each month. So like what I've seen before is people will have the envelopes labeled like each thing. And so they put the money in the envelope just like that's designated for that one thing. So they know not to spend it on anything else. And then for every spending section, you only spend what's in that designated envelope, obviously. Okay. So in order to help everyone develop a deeper understanding of what budgeting is and how to do it properly, we're going to be going over some facts about budgeting that'll hopefully help you figure out what it is and how to do it and everything. And then we're going to provide you guys with different scenarios and kind of help guide you along so you guys get experience about how to budget and you can practice it. And then at the very end, we're going to play a Kahoot to ensure that you guys fully understand budgeting.
Okay, hi. So the first scenario is, excuse me, sorry. Tanya, a university student. She earns $249.30 from working part-time at a bookstore and receives $267.40 in youth allowance. She shares a house with 2 other students, and these are her weekly expenses. So the point of the scenario, figure how much she has in total, and then subtract all her fixed expenses and see what she has left for all her other expenses, like fun expenses.
Did you want me to keep it on there or you want me to go to the next one? Morgan.
I was looking for some answers from the audience.
Okay. Okay, I'll leave it on. Just let me know when you're ready for the next one.
Repeat the question.
Hello? Can you see me?
Yes.
Yes. You know your name's Starland.
My name is Starlin, 2 R's and 2 N's.
Hi.
Come on.
Glad you could be
Okay, you
here.
have to do it.
Me too.
Morgan, could you repeat the question?
Okay, so like the scenario, you want me to repeat the scenario?
Yeah, you're waiting for a response, so let's see what, refresh them, please.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Tania,
Ask them what the ID number to the meeting is.
she
Excuse me. I'm sorry.
Tania is a university student, and each week she earns $249.30 from working part-time at a bookstore, and she receives $267.40 in a youth allowance. And she shares a house with 2 other students, and listed below are her weekly expenses. So the goal is to add up what she has, like her income, her total income, and subtract it from her weekly expenses and figure out how much she has left. Okay, well, I'm not seeing any answers, so I'm just gonna go ahead and answer the question. Her total expense is $516.70, and she has a remaining of $179 left and 7 cents. And the listed expenses are a total of $337.63. So that $179.07, she can do whatever she wants with it, put it in savings, get some food or something. So we can go to the next scenario. Okay. So Carl, a school student, he earns $126 per week from working at a Fat Burgers on afternoons and the weekends. And he receives a $25 allowance from his mother. And his weekly expenses are his mobile phone, transportation, rock climbing. He does that as like exercising. He's in the police youth club, and he's in a school sport. Those are all his fixed expenses. His expenses he pays weekly. Can anyone figure it out? Yes. Yes, they have 97.50 left. Okay, we can go to the next one. Okay, Tess is sharing an apartment with her friends, and which means she shares the cost of rent and utilities, and her parents agreed to pay for her car insurance, so she doesn't have to worry about that. And as long as she's in school, her parents will continue to pay for her car insurance. And she makes $12,000 a year from her part-time job, and those listed, the fixed expenses listed below is her budget. So she has to pay $50 for her phone bill, $120 for rent, $20 for gas, and she's has a membership at the gym, so $10. What does she do? What does she have left monthly? So like divide 12,000 by 12.
Excuse me.
Yes.
May I have the passcode, please?
Passcode? Passcode. Do we have a passcode?
Yes, ma'am.
It was sent in the yeah, I'll send it to you. Hold on.
Pull it up.
Okay. Okay. It's right there.
Okay.
She has
Are we
1,000.
gonna have enough time for the Kahoot? I feel like this is kind of this is time consuming.
You're okay. Keep going. You're doing well.
Okay.
She'll have $800 left after she pays
We can go to the next one. Okay, Ray. He's a single 26-year-old and he works in the city and earns a weekly wage of $668.50. And those are his fixed expenses listed below. Could anybody figure it out?
Which one are we on?
We are on number 4. It says Ray is a single 26-year-old and he works in the city and he earns a weekly wage of $668.50 and his weekly expenses are listed below. Do you see it? Yes, that's how much he has left. $129.57. We can go to the next one. Okay. Oh, wait. Okay, sorry. Sarah recently graduated with a degree in marketing. She started a job that pays her $48,000 per year. Her monthly net income is $2,800. She's moving into her own bedroom apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment in the city. She doesn't own a car, but still has subway expenses. She also adopted a dog, so now she has to pay for the dog food and vet bills. Sarah has budgeted for the following monthly expenses. So how much will she have left for clothing, entertainment?
she'll have $1,700 left for clothing and entertainment.
Yes, correct. Yep, you can go to the next one. You can go to the next one.
It is on the next one already.
Oh, it is? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, Kenzie was born and raised in a small town and she loves animals, so she got a full-time job as a vet tech. After she graduated from high school, the vet gave her the On the job training, Kenza wants to leave home and get an apartment with a friend. She realizes having a roommate to share the cost of the living will keep her expenses low. Kenza earns $11.77 an hour and works 40 hours per week. Her annual income will be just under $25,000. Kenza's monthly net income is $1,458. There is a bus that runs between her job and the apartment she wants to rent. She and her friend go out every weekend and have fun. Kenza has budgeted for the following monthly expenses. And yes, that's the answer. Okay, Sean has landed a new job. It will pay $10 per hour and have him working on an average of 22 to 25 hours per week. He will need to buy uniforms for $30, which he will pay from his first check. He wisely plans his expenditures for his first paycheck. The extra distance he will need to drive means another 10 in gas for the week. He factors in other desirable items he wants to purchase, plus $25 for savings. His budget for the first week comes to exactly $25.50. This scenario is actually kind of different from the other ones. The purpose of this is to see how well he budgeted. If that made sense. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was the answer I was looking for. The way he was budgeting. Yes, Dylan, thank you. Okay, we can go to the last one. Okay. Okay, sorry. Axel earns his money with an after-school job. He keeps pretty good track of his expenses and usually stays in the black. Recently, he had to borrow $150 from his dad to pay for transmission work on his car. He has promised to pay his dad back from the next 3 paychecks at $50 each, which means sacrificing some other things until he gets paid off. A colleague at work has a family emergency, and Excel has the opportunity to cover his weekend shift, which means extra hours and an additional $120 next payday. He learns a great concert and really wants to take his girlfriend to it. That would cost him $100, which was not planned for. Excel has decided to go to the concert and miss his first paycheck to his dad, hoping his dad doesn't learn about the windfall. So how did he budget? Yes, he did not do a good job. Yes. Mm-hmm. He decided to go to the concert instead of paying his dad back for his car. So that was the last scenario. Thank you for your time.
Some useful links that could help you budget. These are a few websites. Picture of it, so if y'all want to look into it later, you are welcome to. And some banks offer as well useful insights. Girls, Simple, Alliant Credit Union, and USAA. Jayla, do you have the worksheet thing, the budget planners? I couldn't upload it onto here, so I don't know if you have them, if you want to present that.
Yes, I do think I have them.
Okay.
But I will do the Kahoot first, and then I'll put that up.
Okay.
Okay, so here's the Kahoot code. So if you guys would join, please.
Where can I join at? Where can I
If
put
if you go to the Kahoot website and then say you want to type in a code, you're allowed to do that.
what website do I go to?
Kahoot. It's
So
spelled
just type in the
K-A.
Hoot.
Yes, it's spelled Kahoot.
Okay.
We just put it in the chat if you can't find it.
Trying to click on it. This. I got done. Game pen. 794 794.
All right, we're going to get it started in a few seconds. Make sure to join.
I'm just gonna go ahead and start it. Mhm.
All right, what is budgeting? Is it having leftover for the month, or a plan made in advance based on available income? Is it the ability to pay your bills on time, or having enough money to go out to eat? It was a plan made in advance based on an available income. Good job to the 6 people who got it. Ooh, Ruben's in the lead. Look at that. Kelly's coming right behind.
Which of the following? Oh,
Go.
sorry. Which of the following is an example of a fixed expense? Is it food and groceries, charitable contributions, mortgage or rent payments, gas for your car? Yes, good job. Yes, mortgage and rent payments. Oh, Dylan's in the lead now.
There you go, Dylan. Ruben, you gotta catch up, man. You're right there, second place. What is discretionary income? Is it the income that remains after taxes and fixed expenses, money used to make your rent or mortgage payment or other such expenses, the amount of money you have remaining to put in the savings account, or commissions or bonuses paid by your employer? It is the income that remains after taxes and fixed expenses. Ooh, 3 people got that one. It's pretty good, pretty good. Do we have any changes? Ooh, Kelly's in the lead now. Ooh, but Nana's right there. You got to watch out for that one.
All right, what is the best way to start the budgeting process is to pay your credit card balance in full each month. Start tracking all of the money you spend for a period of time. Automatically deposit money into the savings account with each paycheck. Yes. Yes. Start tracking all of your money you spend for a period of time. Kelly's still in the lead. Good job, Kelly.
There you go. In regards to personal finance, zero-based budgeting is stopping all spending on incidentals such as dining out or entertainment, a budgeting method where you put $0 on your credit card, the practice of budgeting every dollar of income received, or the ability to pay off all your bills each month with some left. And the answer is the practice of budgeting every dollar of income received. 4 people got that one right. Ooh, this one really tripped y'all up. Got any changes? Ooh, Joelle is coming up there. She's in 3rd place. Maybe she'll catch up to Kelly. Who knows?
All right. With an envelope budgeting system, sorry, those words are really a little. Yes, all of the above. Oh,
okay, look at Joelle.
Joelle's coming for you, Kelly.
All right, which of the following are the best tools for budgeting? Is it personal financial management software, a pencil and paper, computer spreadsheets, or any of the above? Whatever works best for you. And the correct answer was any of the above. Whatever works best for you. Hey, whatever works. Okay. No changes so far. There's still some time left. We might see something happen.
With a rainy day savings fund, set aside money for emergencies or essential spending, put a fixed amount of money into a savings account each time it rains, set aside money to use to treat yourself for something special. Yep. Set aside money for emergencies. Always a good way to budget.
When putting together a budget, which of the following items should you include? Is it your fixed expenses, your discretionary expenses, your savings, or all of the above? Which one do you include? And the answer is all of the above. 5 people got that one right. Oh, some big changes up here. Joelle's in the front with Dylan close behind. Let's see what happens.
I'm going. I gotta tell them I'm gonna be late.
Have you already told them?
No.
What is the most likely reason for a budget to fail? Is it not using a personal financial planning website or software? Is it buying a new pair of shoes that you just couldn't resist? Is it not making enough money? Or is it failing to establish an emergency fund to account for an unforeseen expense? And the answer was failing to establish an emergency fund to account for an unforeseen expense. Ooh, it's a tough one. All right, who's our winner? Kelly got third. 7 out of 10 questions. Good job. Dylan got second, 7 out of 10. And first place is Joelle. Good job, Joelle. 9 out of 10. There you go. And the runners up were Daphne and Ruben.
What the heck?
All right, everybody. Good job.
Okay.
This was a good round of Kahoot. Jayla?
Sorry, Sean. I just wanted to thank you all for coming. That concludes our budgeting workshop. We hope that you learned something and we hope that you can take something away from this. And like I said, thank you all for coming here.
Yes,
I
really
hope
good
you guys
job.
have a great day. Have a great weekend.